Welcome back. Now we are dealing with the area ratio analysis. Under ratio analysis, we are dealt with what is meant by ratio analysis, introduction, concepts, different classification of ratios based on various scales, and we have dealt in detail first type of ratio analysis, liquidity ratios. Under liquidity ratio, we have dealt what is meant by current ratio and its concepts. Next, we will deal with liquid ratio or quick ratio or acid test ratio. It is a second type of ratio in liquidity ratios or analysis of liquidity ratios heading. Liquid ratio or quick ratio or acid test ratio, it is one of the strict measure of liquidity. It is a ratio of liquid assets to current liabilities. All items of current assets are not equally liquid. Liquid in the sense means its ability or the speed to convert its form to cash or cash equivalents. All current assets may not have that property to become liquid form. That is meant by liquid or liquidity concept. Inventories and prepaid expenses are less liquid because they can't be converted into cash quickly. Therefore, they are excluded from current assets. When current assets minus this stock or prepaid expenses are done, you will get liquid assets. The balance item of current assets are called liquid assets or quick assets. The equations for finding out liquid ratio is liquid assets divided by current liabilities. Liquid assets can be obtained by deducting stock and prepaid expenses from current assets because stock is excluded since it is 2 steps away from cash. We can convert quickly stock into cash. Firstly, because stock is converted into sales or debtors, then only we can collect cash. Similarly, prepaid expenses are never converted into cash, but cash flow is reduced to that extent in the subsequent years. That is why stock and prepaid expenses are deducted from current assets so as to get liquid assets. The universal scale or yardstick for quick ratio is 1:1 or parity. It is considered as adequate. However, the quality of debtors and chances of loss arising on account of bad debts are to be evaluated before arriving at a conclusion. There is no meaning in having a higher liquid ratio if a significant portion of liquid assets are in the form of unrealizable or doubtful debts. Often current ratio and liquid ratio are taken together to interpret the liquidity position of a firm. In some situations or some cases, liquid liabilities may be used instead of current liabilities to compute quick ratio. This is based on the ground that in some situations bank overdraft is more or less permanent in nature and continuously made available to the account holders. In such case, the denominator used in the formula in liquid liabilities as liquid ratio equal liquid assets divided by liquid liabilities. Liquid liabilities can be arrived at deducting bank overdraft from current liabilities. Next, third category under liquidity ratio is absolute liquid ratio. It is a further rigorous test of liquidity. Debtors and bills receivable are excluded from liquid assets in the numerator. Bank overdraft is definitely excluded from current liabilities or liquid liabilities is taken as the denominator. The equation for finding out absolute liquid ratio is cash plus cash equivalents divided by liquid liabilities, or liquid assets minus debtors plus bills receivable divided by current liability minus bank overdraft. Under this method, debtors and bills receivable are deducted from liquid asset in order to arrive at cash or cash equivalents or highly liquid assets. Similarly, from current assets, bank overdraft is deducted to arrive at liquid liability. So, absolute liquid ratio helps to identify the highest form of liquidity stand of the organization. And the term cash equivalents include cash at bank, very short-term investments like government treasury bills, etc. The standard norm of absolute liquid ratio is 0.5:1. In other words, if the amount of cash and cash equivalents are at least 50% of liquid liability, the liquidity position is considered as good. A high absolute liquid ratio indicates excessive holding of ideal cash in business that is not good for the profitability of the organization. Let's deal with some of the cases relating to liquidity ratios. Question: the following information related to a company are given. Whereas current liability is 50,000, current ratio is 2.5, liquid ratio is 1.25. Calculate current assets, liquid assets, working capital and stock. It's an application level question. Just go through it thoroughly and think wisely. Almost all the problems in ratio analysis are application level questions, so you need to do it cautiously. Okay, in this case, current ratio, that is current assets divided by current liability, is 2.5 is divided by 1. That is, we know the value of current liabilities 50,000 rupees. By substituting the 50,000 in equation, current assets divided by 50,000 equal 2.5:1. Usually current ratio equation is used to identify this scale. But in this question, this scale is already given. So you need to find the current assets alone. So current asset divided by 50,000 equal 2.5:1. And finally, you will get current assets is 1,25,000. These are basic mathematical steps. You will follow it easily. Okay, first part is over. Next one, liquid assets. There is no information regarding liquid assets or anything of sort. Only detail given in the question is liquid ratio is 1.25. So let's write down liquid asset or liquid ratio equals liquid asset divided by current liability. We all know 1.25 by 1. So go through the equation, we know the value of 1, that is current liability. Let's substitute the value of current liability in this equation. You will get liquid assets divided by 50,000 equal 1.25 divided by 1. It's a simple mathematical case. You will get liquid assets equal 62,500. Next one, working capital. We all know the equation of working capital. Working capital is current assets minus current liabilities. Here you have already identified the value of current assets and the value of current liability is already given in the question. So let's substitute, you will get 75,000. Next one, stock. There is a simple equation for identifying the value of stock, that is current assets minus liquid assets. Current assets minus liquid assets. In the previous case, we have discussed about liquid asset. We can arrive at liquid assets by deducting stock and prepaid expenses from current assets. Just alter the same equation here. Current assets minus liquid assets, you will get stock. We have computed the value of current assets and the value of liquid assets, and finally you will get 62,500. I hope you understand the concept. We will discuss the further cases in the coming sessions.